TV, breaking fools off.
What up, my nigga?
Said low-key TV, breaking fools off.
This is the Said LOWKEY TV production.
Said low-key TV, breaking fools off.
Yeah. You a poppin' fool?
Said low-key TV, breaking fools off. Yeah.
All right, so the SED TV Sunday conversation out here with Big Clyde. All right, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How yourself?
All right, I'm good.
That's good.
All right, so let's get started with on your history with Lowriding. How did you get started, and when did you get started?
On my history in Lowriding, I got started when I was at a very young age, and the age was like maybe around about, I'd say 13, 14, because my brothers, they had lowriders, and I was looking at them and dreaming, saying that I'm gonna do the same thing they doing.
Okay.
So that was about like in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
back there in the 70s.
All right, so you said your brothers was Lowriding. Who were your brothers?
Well, one of my main bros that everybody know, they call him Big Skull. We call him Son, and he always had a car, and he's the one that motivated me to get out there and get a car. And we used to hang together a lot, and used to go by Jackie Robinson Center, coming down the street and hopping, and just putting it out there. You know what I mean?
Right. So you no, you good. So you say you had two brothers.
Yes, and then I have one. His name was Virgil. He lived in Arizona. Rest in peace. And he was the one that always liked the 65s. And me and my brother Jeff, and we always liked it, like trays and deuces and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Foes and stuff like that. But yeah, it was two of my main brothers. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And were you around back when they started going to Brookside Park?
Yeah, I was a youngster, and used to get up early in the morning and go out there and try to meet up there and check out everything, on your little swing bicycle and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's when Brookside was a lot of dirt.
Yeah, I keep hearing that it was dirt.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. From Brookside, everybody started going to Handsome Dam. Was you a part of that movement back at that time?
Yep. I was going to Handsome Dam too, on different spurts and stuff like that. And, there was a lot going on then, so you try to stay away from the BS, you know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, we still was out there representing Pasadena, you know what I mean?
Right.
So like when we come to the Valley, they all know there's Pasadena boys out there, and they ain't playing.
Right, okay, all right. So, what club did you start with?
Actually, it was a couple clubs. And I was one of the ones that was around when the Way of Life was starting.
Okay.
And had a couple things going on, but everybody kind of veered away, this and that. And there was some that stayed and stuff like that, and kept it strong, which is good. And they're strong as hell right now, and that's what I like. They like my second family.
Okay.
Every time I go somewhere, they got a spot for me, and just a lot of love.
All right. So you were a part of Way of Life Park Club?
Yes, I was once upon a time.
Once upon a time. Okay. And then that led to what after that?
Went to the City of Roses. The City of Roses was like a lot of Hispanics, and the guy who was at one of the other homeboys, Hunt Down, him and I, we both got in there with them and did everything, and became a member.
Okay.
Flying our plaques and all this, and then actually I became the president of the club.
Okay.
And when it last ended, I was still the president. You know what I mean?
Okay. Is the club still afloat or?
No, it's not afloat, but we're thinking about bringing it back.
Okay.
We got a couple options I ain't gonna mention of what we're gonna do, but it's been out there, so.
All right. Any relationships with Stacy Augman?
Yep. Actually, Stacy Augman, we were in the same motorcycle club, 110 to the end.
Okay.
Yes, and he always rode, and when guys get together, we all meet up and stuff like that. Everybody knows Stacy's a basketball player, and one of the hood guys.
Right. Okay. Since you say hood guys, give me some heavyweight lowriders from Pasadena.
First of all, heavyweights, there's a lot of them. You got one of my homeboys' dad, he just passed away, Gerald Chapman, and he was a heavyweight lowrider. Okay, and there's pictures that I seen of him back in the day, and even his son could tell you that he used to low ride. There was things that his dad that he thought his dad didn't do.
Right.
But at the same time, he was all a low rider. You know what I mean? and you got like you got Big Duck out there. Duck has always been a low rider, and I say that again because Duck and we both gonna be low riders till we out of here. They got the bears in a box, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got Hunt Down, you got Double D, you got I have my boy named Darren Jones up in Pasadena. You got Ted Wells, you know, you got a lot of heavyweights. Horace Handy, you know, it's a lot of heavyweights out there.
Right. I didn't know Ted. He's from this part of Pasadena. He's from Pasadena?
Now he is.
Okay.
He used to be from LA, but he moved out here, and everybody, you know, men with him because, you know, he's a hydraulic man.
Okay.
You know, had all the parts and all that. You know what I mean?
All right. What about any relationship with Gucci and?
Oh yeah. Gucci's one of the heavyweight hitters. You know, sometimes you can't remember everything, and you try to remember all the ones you can at the same time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, you got some heavyweights out there. You got Reg Cook that was around here too. You know.
Okay. Were you in the mix with Down by Law Car Club back in the day?
Yep, I was one of them. That was when they was starting to form the car club and stuff like that. It all started having meetings in a old gambling shack.
Yeah, I heard about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Being from Pasadena, you guys started venturing out to Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
Was it? It wasn't. I hear it wasn't that easy when you guys first started going out there.
Nah, it wasn't until, you know, you start knowing everybody, you know, and once people start seeing you, it's just like me and you, we didn't know each other until yesterday or whatever, you know, and you start mingling, oh, this dude might be cool, because another person don't know what to expect out of you just as well as you don't know what to expect out of them. But at the same time, you're a low rider, you come to low ride, you didn't come for no, you know, gangbanging stuff like that. You know
right,
what I mean?
Right.
You know, because when you're in different hoods, people think you're from different places, but you're not until you have a conversation.
Right. Amen to that.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Tell me about the, I heard a situation about, I see you got the car, look like Punchy car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We was out in LA one day, and we was out there just riding, you know, and everybody pull up on certain spots, and my son happened to see Punchy, so somebody whistled, and I think it was one of my homeboy that called him because he know him real good, and he came back, and right there, they just start chopping it off. It was on cracking.
Middle Crenshaw?
Yes, in the middle of Crenshaw, exactly.
That's right.
It was all good because Punchy one of the big homeboys.
Right. Punchy's he's a cool person.
Yes, he is.
And you know, I just talked to him the other day, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. Give me a low riding story that you know that you experienced through your time coming up with low riding.
Well, I remember one of the stories that we had, it was a picnic, and it was at Griffin Park, and that's when Way of Life had gave that. And everybody from everywhere came. It was nice and packed and everything, and man, we went out there, and boys from the valley, they was out there doing their thing. So, you know, Pasadena, you know, part of other Pasadena, which was City of Roses, we pulled up, and they asked us, was we ready? And my answer to them was, we didn't come out here for nothing. That's when I had an orange 64. Did pretty good, you know.
Right.
And one of the Valley guys was talking smack. And I told him, I said, that's okay. I said, my solenoid's broke right now, but I'm finna go find some. When I find some, I'm finna get at you. And after I get you, I want you to sit to the side, don't say nothing. It was all good, you know, it's all in fun and stuff like that. So it happened.
Right.
And ever since then, me and old boy was friends. I think it was, I'm trying to remember his name. He was a white dude from the Valley. I forget his name, but anyway, it was all good, brother.
Okay, did you guys have like more rivals with clubs in the Valley more than LA?
No,
because the Valley's like a little bit closer.
No, it's just that, you know, like one of my old homeboys always used to say, bring what you swing. You know what I mean? And get out there, and everybody got their own category. Okay, so now I see you pull up. Okay, I might can get him. I'm finna go and nose it up with him.
Right.
You know, and we get it on.
Get it
and then,
in.
you know, because everybody, you know, you have all these different leagues out here now. You know what I mean? You got these hoppers that's hitting the bumper like it ain't nothing, and a couple hits like that, and yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, compare. What do you think of lowriding today?
I think it's beautiful. And what I see right now is a lot of people are coming together more than what they did, you know, and it's all about low riding, not none of this old BS, you know what I mean, in the streets. You know, we ain't listening to none of that. We come out here to low ride, mingle together, and get off of the barbecue truck over to the side, have a couple of drinks or whatever, you know, and going back to the house. Somebody want to hop, they're calling them out. They're calling them out.
Okay, so what do you think about low riding today compares to back in the day? You were like what, 80s, 90s?
No, I was 80s, big time in the 80s, yeah. It changed a lot because just like I say, you got all this people doing 100 inches and stuff like that, and if you could have did a beer can, you was hopping back when I was doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And 40 inches was, man, you doing the do. But now you got 60, 80, 100, you know, so like I say again, you got to stay in your lane, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, there was always competition out there, so put it like this. People from Pasadena, we wasn't no punks.
Oh, no, sir.
Yes. You know, and hopping wise.
Right. No, sir.
So,
no, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, talk about Terminal Island.
Terminal Islands. Terminal Islands was where everybody used to go, and police used to not mess with you. Just go there and race and do all kind of things. You know what I mean? You know, to a certain extent.
Right.
And you go out there and you get in line to hop, and may the best man win. Hundown and myself, we used to go out there all the time. We went out there and took second place 2 Sundays in a row with my car that I had. You know, I think they was kind of cheating us because I think we took first place at one time. Oh yeah, you know, but it just one of them things. Who's all the judge? You know.
Right. It wasn't.
But it was all good though. It was all good because you can go there, have fun, and then come on back to the house. You
Right.
know what I mean?
So I know it was back in the 90s. It was kind of dangerous, low riding. Anything ever occur with friction with you low riding, like danger as far as I know, you know, there was killer Dayton's, you know, anything like that?
No, I never had an incident. You know, I knew a lot of people, and you know, like I said again earlier, you know, when people start knowing you, be like, oh, okay, that dude is cool or whatever. People know who they don't like. You know what I mean? And I never had an incident, so you know, I always went where I wanted to go. You know?
Right. All right, so you mentioned Daryl Chapman, Sr. And we just say R.I.P. passed away. Good dude, from what I know. I knew him.
Exactly.
But just, you know, speak on him a little bit more, because he's a big time guy from Pasadena.
Talking about the son, right?
The senior.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's big time from Pasadena because he always messed with cars. You know what I'm saying? And he always liked it, like Rivieras and stuff like that. And everybody knew him as Daryl Chapman. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you needed something fixed, you can go to him, or needed something towed, you can go to him. And you know, with him and my cousin, because my cousin and I, Vernon Woods, were partners at building cars, and they both knew each other. And when they see each other, they was, you know, laughing at each other because all the shit they did back in the day.
Right.
So, but at the same time, it's like my cousin Vern. He's a hell of a guy. He's always 100. And everybody called him the master around here because he know everything.
Oh, okay.
When you need a question answered, call him. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
So any builders from Pasadena, painters, that's, you know, that anybody that you think that needs a little rec in the game that hasn't got so much rep?
A lot of the guys got reps right now. We don't have painters like we did have when I painted my car like 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a lot of new guys. You know, we have, which one of the guys he's painting now, and his name is it's not Henry, it's Jaime, and he was Lobo's son, and he's doing painting now because he did a 61 for me. It came out real nice, and he's getting a reputation right now, big time. But he's backed up. You know what I'm saying? So. And it's like the guy that painted this car here, he's an older Hispanic guy, named Tomas, and he was down there by Cal State, LA.
Okay.
And he painted some good cars, and the prices was real nice. But now Prices are ridiculous now.
Right, right. Okay. Who was speaking on senior? Speak on junior, Daryl Chapman.
Oh, he's a clown. Oh, yeah, he's a clown. They call him the chipper because, you know, back in the day when he first started coming out, you know, he was hopping and he wasn't doing too swell. But now, I can call him the king of the streets. He know what he's doing. He's out there hopping. Everybody see him on the videos, and it's always him.
Right.
He can build your car, but he's going to be out there hopping and make sure that it worked that
That's
day.
right. That's right.
Oh, yeah. He's the man. He's the man. I take my hat off to him because he learned a lot, and he come from a guy that was into cars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He learned a lot of stuff.
All right. So, car clubs from Pasadena. Can you drop me a few names of some clubs that from around your area?
Yeah, back then it was like Click, and then, you know, you had the Way of Life, and then you had Casuals, and it was a few more, but it wasn't that many because I wasn't out there that big like that. And, you know, you hear some clubs, and then now they're not a club, so you really can't, you know, say anything. But, you know, you had the Damus from LA and stuff like that, you know, with Big Tone and all them. They was out there, you know, doing their thing, and you know.
Right. And that extended, the Damu riders extended to Pasadena.
Some did, yep, some did. They had like a little chapter over here. That was where Gucci came in at.
Okay, and I used to see Stacy Augman.
Yeah, Stacy, Gucci, yeah.
Right, right, okay. And now the new clubs, we got your son.
Dina for life, yep. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. But you know, they're the younger generations, you know, coming up just the same way we were, and now they're keeping it rolling, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they have plenty of cars too, and everybody's been getting cars, been working on cars, and, you know, I've done a lot of work for some of the guys, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, they're picking up the pieces and keeping it going, and that's what it's about.
Right, right.
Get it.
Okay. Let's talk about Brookside again. Brookside was pretty big from what I'm hearing. I wasn't, you know, a part of that movement at that time, but let's talk about how big it was. Was it New Year's?
Yes, yes. It was New Year's. It was New Year's Day where everybody used to come down there. It was a dirt road, like I said earlier in the conversation, and then they had what you call pantry parking lot, and that was on Orange Grove and Fair Oaks. That's where a lot of people used to meet at, and then they running from there, and then they went to Brookside, and back and forth, you know, and then they started going over to the Valley, you know, where everybody can hang out at, you know what I'm saying? Because you can see now, like, just like police trying to run everybody away, but actually everybody's good, need somewhere to go, kick back, no drama, and it's all good. Just like here in Pasadena, they had a couple things going on because of the pandemic. And they let them ride in Pasadena because they had a Rose Parade, and that thing, it was beautiful, man. It turned out real good. It was riding down the street like it was Crenshaw.
Oh, okay. Any spots, other spots in Pasadena that you guys low ride at, or did you guys just always venture out to LA or the Valley or anywhere else? No,
you know, when people, you know, some of the car clubs from here give functions, you got Brookside, you got Victory Park, and you know, because Pasadena's full of parks.
Right.
And it depends on, you know, you got to have permits and stuff like that to get in to make it right because they're really on top of that. So, but yeah, there's a lot of parks around here. No, and then it's like you get tired of the same thing here, so you go over to LA. You got a bunch of guys that get on the phone and they, okay, we're gonna meet up at a certain time. We're rolling out at a certain time.
Right. Okay. So all y'all, like, Pasadena moves one when y'all go out.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you might not can't make it, but it's all good. All you gotta do is look on their Instagram. I'm not gonna show you how they was having a nice day that day.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Anything that you want to put out there for the people to know about how you was low riding before and about your city?
Well, me myself personally, I'm like this. You build a car, you want to be able to go where you want to go. And, you know, you don't let nobody put no fear in you because why are you going to have a car? You need to go to shows. We used to go to a lot of car shows and stuff like that. And you go out there and you represent yourself, you hit a switch, and people, you know, you get attention of a lot of people.
Right.
So once you do that, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that dude right there. Oh yeah, he was out there swinging that day. Better not mess with him. Better not mess with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you attend the Lowrider magazine's shows at the Coliseum?
No, I never did, and I was gonna look into that, but I could have, but I just didn't push the issue.
Okay.
And I know one of my cars would have made it up in there, so I wouldn't even worry about that.
So you was just more street than.
Yeah, I was more street, and then, there was a lot of politics with that too. So, even with the Lowrider magazine, nothing against it, but, you didn't hardly see that many brothers in there, you know what I mean? And I don't know why, but at the same time, it's supposed to be for a person that has a nice car, and if you like the car and they judge your car, oh, you got a spot in the Lowrider magazine. But it's totally different right now.
Right. I think they spread it. They're reaching out to.
Yes, now versus the back when I first was starting, and all you would see is just a majority of certain people. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Okay. The hop gang. We was talking about the hop gang. Has changed as we was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Hopping back in the day versus
To now. Hopping back in the day, like I said again, if you could do a tall boy, you was doing something, or if you could hop over that curb, you was doing something. But now, everything's changed. They're weighing cars down, and people that been in the game for a long time, you can tell if a car's weighted down, and you can tell if a car is straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because a car straight up is only going to do so much.
Right.
These cars are going to take so much. But a car weighted down, you can see it bouncing around, doing the whole 9 yards. But it will jump. It will jump.
So how do you feel about people weighing cars down? Is that would you call that cheating, or like street cars, like Chevys, like cars that people drive versus the car, your car, you drive your car, you go out there and hop it, like you say, you and Punchy hopped.
Yeah.
Versus a car like you might see another car like in your category, you pull up on him and he's just doing some outrageous stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have a problem with it, but you could tell the way if a person, like I said, is hopping real good and he's weighted down. And that's the person not to mess with, because he's gonna outdo you. He's gonna outdo you every time, and why put yourself in that predicament, But versus this other cat over here, okay, he's doing about 38, okay, I'll go over there and mess with him.
Right, right.
But no, I don't take nothing from nobody. If you don't know, what you don't know don't hurt you.
Right. I always say, if you pull up, then you just entered the game.
Yes, exactly.
If you pull up, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So, let's talk about this one over here.
5'7".
You're 57.
Yes.
How long you had that 57?
I had that thing for like maybe 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Did a couple little touches to it myself, and then had a kit on there. I changed the top to a gray top. I had a white top, and put the bumper kit on there, and some other little stuff here and there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else that we missed that we can cover? Anything you want to put out there for the people? They're gonna be on this one. Yeah. They've been waiting for people from Pasadena to come on here and speak on it.
Is that right? Nah, just keep doing what you're doing, and don't let nobody scare you from going out and having fun and low riding. You know what I'm saying? And it's for everybody. It doesn't matter. We all the same. We all equal people, just trying to survive. Okay. Right. His car might look better than mine, so that's gonna make me step my game up. I'm not gonna hate on you because your car looking like this, looking like that. You can do the same thing I'm doing.
Right.
And put your mind to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like I have this car behind me. I had this car since my son was 2 years old, and he's 37 now. And I've gotten trophies with it, did movie shots with it, and there's just some of the things. So it's all good, man.
That's right. One more thing I want to touch on. You say you was City of Roses Car Club. And you guys were different races.
Yes, it was blacks and Hispanics.
Okay, because back then, what year was that?
That was in the 80s and 90s. No, that was in the 90s.
That was in the 90s? Okay.
That was in the 90s, yes.
Okay.
That was in the 90s.
Because I remember back then there wasn't too many car clubs that
Right.
intermixed like that.
Right. And then a lot of us, we knew each other too. So, and then not only that, the Spanish had started and then we came along with them, and, made it better, because we come there with a different mind and, aspect. So, people look at that and like, okay, we can do this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I didn't have a problem flying the flag.
Right. Well, that's love right there. That's love for the game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, this is SED TV Sunday Conversation. My boy Big Clyde. You know what I'm saying? Oh, one last person I want to speak on.
Okay.
Or I want you to speak on. Big. OG Big.
OG Big.
That's my partner.
OG Big, back there with the tray, back in the day. Had that tray with that phantom top, You don't think nobody remember all that, huh? Oh yeah, that's my boy, man. He always been, man. I ain't got nothing but love for Big, you know what I'm saying? And Big is one of the older G's too around here, you know what I'm saying? And he can mentor people, and he's a changed person with his life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we all do the same thing. We all be doing this and doing that, but at the same time, we got to change. We getting older.
Right.
We're the older group. I tell a lot of people that right now.
Right. Okay. Well, all right. I appreciate you having me come out, taking the time.
Anytime.
Sit in front of the camera with SED TV, and thank you, SED TV Sunday Conversation. Catch you next time.
Peace.
SED LOWKEY TV breaking news off.
What up, my nigga?
SED LOWKEY TV breaking news off. SED LOWKEY TV breaking news off.
Yeah. You a hot
SED LOWKEY TV breaking news off. Yeah.